Yeah, welcome to my channel. I didn't really say much in regards to after Sunday's loss. Uh, Honestly, it makes no purpose, no sense to discuss it because, quite honestly, the Giants, the New York Giants, that is, quite honestly, the season's lost. The fact is, like, they were going against a Washington Redskins team that was pretty much decimated, and they were on a losing streak. And of course, lo and behold, the Giants give them that win again. What else is new, honestly? So the Giants, at the rate this things are going, they might have the number one or number two pick in the draft. Depending on how they when they play against the Raiders. Let's be honest. This Sunday, going against the Minnesota Vikings, they're losing against the Vikings. Let's be honest, they're losing against the Vikings. Um, uh, but in regards to um, will they have the number one pick? It'll be interesting to see if they have the number one pick. I don't know who they could choose out of the from this year's or next year's draft class. Quite honestly, because Abdul Carter seems like a bust. It's possible that he might change himself and maybe fix himself to or correct himself. I should say not fix himself, but more so correct himself on and off the field and his attitude. I don't know because it seems like Burns has definitely reinvented himself, and this is a guy that you can build around as well as Dexter Lawrence and Thibodeau. I think he's lost that edge after his rookie season. Basically, quite honestly, it's more so he might. I don't know if he's being utilized correctly. That's the question. So I think it comes down to this. Kafka's going to be pretty much gone. He's not staying at this point. More so to the point, like I think the Giants, whoever the search for head coach is going to be, it's got to be really good. He's got to be useful. If they could get the guy from Notre Dame, it would be interesting to see how he works out with the Giants from that perspective. Quite honestly, what he did with the Notre Dame, um, well, there's the Notre Dame program itself from how he changed that was pretty impressive. But then there's also the guy from I forgot his name now. Give me a second. Giants possible head coaches. Uh, they're saying Eric Benemy, but I don't think about that. Let's see what they're saying here. Basically, on a short list, Jeff Hatley. I mean, he was doing really well after Micah Parsons. I'm kind of curious to see what happens after Micah Parsons going down, how his defense holds up uh, from that aspect. And then of course you got Lou Anarumo. Um, he's the Colts defensive coordinator. Let's be honest, what he did with the defense, the Colts themselves, and the fact that they've been in the games. Everyone's thinking like Daniel Jones. Like look, we've seen what happened now. Like they're overhyped. I think it's more so the fact is like their defense is what's keeping them as well as Taylor. So, um, uh, Cliff Kingsbury, he kind of makes sense. As offensive coordinator, but I don't know. Kubiak, I guess, could make sense as well too. But Marcus Freeman, I think, is more so the. It would be great, but they would have to buy him out at that point as well too. Um, I don't know who it's going to be. Neal's time is pretty much done. Evan Neal's time is done. Let's be honest. He's out. There's no way he's staying. Um, I'm kind of curious to see now. Someone says the New York Times. 20 intriguing names from the New York Times, what they're saying, or the Athletic, basically. Um, Kafka's not going to be it. Bill Belichick's out. Spagnuolo, he's a great defensive coordinator. He's a great defensive coordinator, but we've seen him twice, three times being enough, head coach, and he never really panned out. But then again, it was the same thing with Bill Belichick. Honestly, I mean, he was a head coach a couple of times, and he never panned out. Only when he got to the New England Patriots, and more so to the point when we had Tom Brady. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Uh, my fear is like Lou Anarumo might be the person that Shane gets because of their time back in Miami, but I'm a little concerned about that. Pierce does make sense, but I don't think that's more so who should go over. Mike McCarthy, he could lead you to the playoffs, but can he get you that Super Bowl? That's a real question I don't know about. I don't think John Gruden's coming, honestly. Flores, if they can get Brian Flores, because I think Flores, uh, I mean, Flores makes sense, but the problem is like, I think all the backlash after his lawsuit has changed his out how he's been going to be looked as a head coach, unfortunately. Um, uh, Kingsbury, of course, we said, and then Clint Kubiak, Jeff Halfley, we've said already, Jesse Minter. I mean, he's a 42-year-old, basically for the Chargers defensive coordinator. Um, Lane Kiffin, just because he's with, he molded Jackson Dart. Honestly, I don't think he makes sense at this point. Freeman, I think, would make more sense. I would love to see him come there. Honestly, if Mike Tomlin gets fired or he wants to leave out of Pittsburgh, it makes sense. The Giants need to do whatever they can to get this man. This is a man where he needs to come in on board. Oh, I'm interesting. John Harbaugh. His name was who's done nothing but a win with. I don't think they're gonna cut ties with Harbaugh as well too. Like Tomlin and Harbaugh, they're not gonna cut ties. Kevin Stefanowski, I don't think that's happened. Mac LaFleur, he's not coming. He's not getting fired from them after what everything's going on. Quite honestly, I think it's more so the point. Like I have a feeling it's gonna be. I would not be surprised, honestly. The sad part is like I mean Matt Nagy would make sense too, but I don't think so. Spags, I would love to see him, but I don't think he's a head coach. I mean, it'd be great to see if he can redeem himself, but honestly, I have a feeling it's going to be Lou Anarumo. Basically, let's be honest. I think it's going to be Lou Anarumo. Um, um, yeah, Chris Shula. It'd be great to see Chris Shula. Quite honestly, I mean, um, Chris Shula would be great. Honestly, I would love to see him come in. I mean, what he's done with the LA Rams as well too. That's pretty impressive too. But quite honestly, I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. Mind you, now after this is after seeing Thursday's game against the tonight's game basically against the Seattle and LA Rams. That was a pretty damn good game. I'm surprised the Seahawks were able to put that much against the Rams defense. So that's what I'm a little concerned about Shula. But then let's be honest, Darno is good in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, I think he's going to crumble again in the playoffs unless he's going to have that, you know, floating around a bit, hovering around a bit, basically like works really well, does really well in the regular season, but when it comes to the postseason, sucks. It'd be interesting to see how that works out. I mean, honestly, him and Daniel Jones, let's be honest, they both will, pretty much collapse in the playoffs. Um, yeah, I mean, that's all I can say is really, honestly, it's surprising to see the Kansas City Chiefs out. Um, Between the Bills and the Pats, it's going to be one of those two that's going into the Super Bowl. Let's be honest, because Steelers, Ravens, as close as they are, they're not going. Um, honestly, um, I don't see. Yeah,